Here are 8 things that I laugh at. Doing them or caring about them would worsen my quality of life. Thinking about them would be a bona fide waste of my time. If you stop doing these or even just dial them back somewhat, you'll have more free time, you'll have a happier life, and you'll be more successful at whatever it is you set out to do. Social media is awful. Anyone can say anything, and there's no way to assess whether you ought to listen to them. Most online accounts aren't worth listening to. Get off social media. Delete as many accounts as you can. If you want to keep an account around so that you can be found by friends or past colleagues, do that. I have a LinkedIn account for this very reason. Find other ways to stay informed that don't pollute your mind. I was watching YouTube and this ad came up. It was started off with a little small speech by a fairly well-known celebrity. And she goes, "Why did dogs live longer in the 1970s than they do today?" Answer, they didn't. Just because a stranger declares something doesn't make it so. Some people are experts, or at least they are honest with how they process and deliver information, and other people are not. There's a reason why journalism degrees require 4 years. A few hours or a few days of messing about doesn't equate to a journalism degree. Keep this in mind as you source information from strangers where you don't know what their ulterior motives are. Here are 10 secrets that professional YouTubers swear by. Do these 3 things to increase the number of subscribers by 100%. It's hard to define clickbait precisely, but I think we all know it when we see it. Here's the funny thing about clickbait. If nobody clicked on clickbait, if literally nobody clicked on clickbait, it would disappear overnight. The whole purpose of clickbait is to get clicks. Don't give them clicks. When you see a clickbait article, pass it by. Don't spend a second on it. All-day news coverage is one of the causes of this country's political problems. Except for bona fide cataclysmic events, and I mean cataclysmic events, there's zero justification for 24/7 by 365 news. Events simply don't move that fast. Human events move at human speeds. 24/7 news coverage corrupts the public debate because they must continue reporting something in order to stay on the air or in order to continue having a site and to get clicks and to get views and to make money. So they report the tiniest new bit of information as though it's something new and astounding. They give airtime or column inches or YouTube video minutes to people that shouldn't normally get it because they aren't saying anything very important. The sources aren't vetted and it's meaningless junk. 24/7 news channels and news sources make money when you're clutching your pearls. They rely on FUD. If you're fearful, you'll continue giving them your attention and they'll continue making clicks. They'll continue displaying ads. Don't follow the news more than once or twice a day. I mean, unless the Loch Ness Monster and his buddies attack Detroit, just don't. Here's a tidbit. Back in the day, we got our news once or twice a day for brief periods, either newspaper or, watching the news over breakfast or over dinner or right after dinner. And I think we got along just fine, and I think we accomplished a lot. Who cares what an actor thinks about a national issue? Do you seriously think they're better informed than you are? Celebrity endorsements are seriously demented. Speeding, I admit, is fun. You're getting where you want to be faster, and it can be a rush moving along at a faster pace, right? But here are 3 facts for you to consider. Your risk of an accident increases with speed. Period. Full stop. Your stress level increases with speed. And between the simple algebra of how traffic flows work and the limiting effects of traffic signals, speeding in city and suburban driving, I'm not talking about the highway. If you're going on a cross-country road trip, I agree. Driving 5 miles an hour faster will get you to the other side of the country appreciably sooner. But in normal, everyday city and suburban driving, speeding doesn't gain you as much time as you think it does. Speeding is exciting. You're exuding power. But think, all you're doing is you're pivoting your right foot on your ankle up and down, up and down, up and down. You're still sitting your fat ass in a chair. You're not moving. You're just doing this a little bit and you're moving your foot. That's not very powerful. In fact, it's pretty stupid. In every accident you see, guaranteed, there's a super, super high probability that speeding was involved. What do? I drive in the right-hand lane. I drive the speed limit. Maybe, assuming my speedometer has round-off error, I give myself 1 mile an hour over the speed limit, but that's what I do. And I get to where I want to go with lower risk. And maybe, again, leaving aside highway driving, maybe I get there, 13 seconds later than you would. Who exactly do you think you're kidding? Look, I understand the fear of looking old, of becoming old. I understand wishing that you could look younger somehow, magically. I understand what aging can do to your self-confidence. Believe me, I do understand. I've been there, and sometimes, depending upon the day, I am still there. But it's high time for you to harden the fuck up, because getting old ain't for sissies. Leave that stuff behind. Just be yourself. You're not kidding anyone. Everyone knows that you're, 60 or 55 or 50 or 65 or whatever age you are. Getting old is a badge of honor. You're a survivor. Be proud of that. I don't care about your company's size. I don't care what industry it's in. I don't care about its mission statement or its value statement. I don't care what you're told in company meetings. Your employer is a soulless beast. It's not evil, at least let's assume it's not evil. Some companies are, but most are not. But it is amoral. The second you are in its way of more money, of making money, you will be discarded. If you think this doesn't apply to you because you're a co-founder, or a CTO, or a CMO, or a VP of whatever, think again. If you think this doesn't apply to you because you're in AI, and AI is a paradigm shift, or you're in fintech, or whatever the hell, think again. Do your best at your job and be happy in it. And you absolutely should be happy and pumped up about what you do. It should charge your batteries. And if it doesn't, that's a different problem. If it doesn't, you should find another job or occupation or career. You owe your company 100% of your energy and time during your work hours. Absolutely. But they deserve nothing outside of work hours. Nobody on their deathbed ever said, I didn't spend enough time with my business. So here they are, the things that I laugh at, and you should laugh at too. If you're addicted to any of these, and I use that word deliberately, and feel that you can't give them up completely, give them up a little bit, back off a little bit. Self-improvement, improvement of any kind, isn't necessarily binary. You improve yourself a step at a time, a bit at a time. Back off these things a little bit now and back them off a little bit later. You'll be a better person for it. You'll be a happier person. Till next time, take care.